Emily Molly, aka Rhea. Emily and her little brother Theo were inseparable, and their father was the boss of a company called Rodez, which specializes in making robots for kids' birthdays. Robots that were meant to be safe for the children while the dad offers the parents to drink. One day, at a little boy's birthday party, he invited his children to go there. Everything was fine and dandy. The parents were drinking. The kids were having fun. But Emily saw that Theo was following one of the robots. And when she went to go see what was up, he saw the robot twisted looking and trying to kill Theo. And Emily, with her instincts coming in, she pushed Theo out of the way, and she was killed instead. Theo watched in horror as his older sister was on the ground, unconscious and full of blood. And their father came, and he saw his little girl on the ground, dead. He took her to the factory until when Emily woke up, she wasn't in her body. She was in a robot's body. She was freaking out. She was confused until her father came and explained everything. You see, everybody, those robots were dangerous. They killed children in order to survive, in order to keep on living, in order to keep their battery full. Emily was protesting. She was saying how wrong this is. Her father, on the other hand, did not listen. By one switch of a switch, Emily Molly was gone, and Rhea was born. Ever since Rhea was born, she became popular immediately with the kids. That includes killing children all the time. Emily despised it. Rhea, on the other hand, didn't care. It was just survival to her anyway. Until one day, Rodez was shut down because the parents realized, "Oh shit, my kids are dead and I was drunk. It's a setup." And nothing happened ever since. But the robots were still alive. Sorry, one of them was alive, and that was Rhea. And she was dying. She needed life source. She needed the children. She killed children ever since. But one day, she saw an adult, and she kidnapped the adult, and she realized something. The adults last much longer than the children. The children lasted for a week, while an adult lasts for a whole month. So, she now targets adults. Years later, Theo is now 16, and he is hungry for the knowledge of how this happened and why in hell it lasted for so long. So he went to the factory to get those answers. But he has to be careful because Rhea is hungry.
What are your names? Francesca and Andrea from M7. What lovely names. Are you lost?
Nolan and Lucky. Nolan was a little boy living in the 1900s. His father was a businessman, making them very rich. Sadly, he had no time to spend time with his children. The only parental figure that both Nolan and his sister had was a maid named Mary. She felt like a mother to them because their mother died during childbirth. At the age of 20, he was a good, respected man, easily can have a partner. And his father despised his age because that means soon he would have to give up his business in order for the business to keep on going. And he could not let go of that power. He had to kill Nolan. Sadly, something else happened. His sister got influenza, and it took quite a toll on her health. Nolan, the father, and Mary couldn't see her except for the doctor. Sadly, 2 weeks later, she died and was buried right beside her mother. Nolan was heartbroken because his best friend, his sister, died. And the father, on the other hand, he didn't care. She was unimportant to him. And now he can take all of his focus on Nolan and how to get rid of him, to keep his business and keep on being the businessman. One night, while Nolan was in the garden in his woes, his father brought a gun to his head and shot him. A few hours later, Nolan woke up, only to find out that he is dead. A ghost. A figure that cannot be seen from the living. He was buried and forgotten until a few months at winter he found a puppy shivering from the cold and starved. Nolan could not take the suffering. He couldn't bear to see that poor thing suffering. So he took her soul and left the body there. Not so long after, he found a little girl who was murdered. Nolan assumed that her father killed her, or probably was her mother. But then he heard a silk-like voice saying, "Guide her to me, and I shall help you too." And he did. But that was so long ago. Now he is a spirit, and he guides ghosts who is either killed or murdered into the other side, so that way they can move on peacefully. Nolan, he hated being a spirit. To keep on wandering alone. Yes, he did have lucky, but it's horrible to be here where no one can see you other than ghosts. And he is happy to bring the ghosts to the other side, so that way they can rest. But he can never, ever rest. Ever.
Quite simple, really. You've sewn your torn cuff together with a Lambert stitch, which of course only a surgeon uses. And the thread is a unique form of catgut, easily distinguished by its peculiar pungency, found only in the Afghan provinces.
And that is all. I hope you guys really enjoy me explaining my lore on my creepy OCs. And if you guys have questions about my characters, let me know and I might make a video about it. Maybe. We'll see. Who knows? I hope you guys have a really, really good Halloween. Remember to get lots and lots of candy and or spend time with your family and or just watch some Halloween movies by yourself or with some companions. I see you guys in the next video or short or whatever. I love you guys. Remember that you're loved. Stay safe and drink your damn water. Bye.